Hey guys, welcome to Benny's Pantry. Today we are going to the Republic of Congo, home country of NBA superstar Serge Ibaka and yours truly, moi. We are making cassava leaves, or as we call it in the Congo, saka saka, pondu, toba, several names for one dish alone. You are in for a treat, guys. Let's get cooking. If you go to an African market or an international market, look for cassava leaves. Like it says here, cassava leaves. And this happened to be the brand that sells in the store close to me, but they might have different brand in the store that's closer to you. So I'm not endorsing which one is better, but look for cassava leaves or pondu as we call it in the Congo. And now we're gonna take these and boil them. So we're just gonna put some water in here and we're going to bring this to boil for 45 minutes. So after it defrosts and it starts boiling, then we set our timer for 45 minutes. Just put enough water so that it doesn't burn. Since it's still frozen, we're gonna start it on high to help it defrost, and then we will put it on medium high for 45 minutes. To those who are not familiar with cassava leaves, I describe it as the burger of America, the pasta of Italy, or the tacos of Mexico. It is, I think I can safely say, the most beloved dish in the Congo, okay? And you can eat it with a bowl of rice or my personal favorite, the Congolese chikwang, you guys know already. Now, it's a process to make this. So when you're planning on cooking this, take about 2 hours, because you have to boil the leaves first because they're a little bit hard, and then we're going to add these condiments in here, and then that's going to boil a little bit more. So what I recommend usually is, if you have the time, or if you know you're going to make this the day before, you can boil it. Take about 1 hour if it's frozen, because you want to bring it to boil for about 45 minutes. So that's what I did to mine. I brought it to boil the night before. So now it's ready for me to add these condiments here. What are we going to add? We're going to add this fish. Mackerel is my fish of choice. Mine is fresh, but if you don't have fresh fish, you can look for the mackerel in cans. I think it's like mackerel in brine. It's like the big cans of mackerel. So you can also use that. We're going to add some eggplant and some zucchini. Not just any type of zucchini, okay? We're gonna use some white zucchini. They're like green and they have like these little white spots, okay? Why green zucchini, why white zucchinis? Because they are a little bit sweet, and sometimes the leaves can be a little bit bitter. So what you want to do is use these, so in case your leaves are bitter, it's gonna bring a sweetness to it. And we're also going to add some onion, some green pepper for the first part, and then we're gonna work on the second part. Let's go. So I cut my eggplants. I just diced them, cut them in the middle, and then dice that. Okay, I'm gonna add my zucchinis. So I know you're like, Benny, why are you doing that? Honestly, I don't know why I am doing my zucchini this way. My mom does it that way, so I do too, honestly. I'm not sure exactly why she does it like that. So we're going to add our zucchinis. Yeah, so I just cut my eggplant the same way. I'm just gonna dice. Zucchinis are going everywhere. So these zucchinis bring some sweetness to it. We'll add 2 of them. And I have 4 pounds of leaves, or frozen leaves. So for 4 pounds of frozen leaves, 1 large eggplant, 2 medium white zucchinis, okay? And 1 large mackerel. And if you're using the can, you can use the whole fish. And if you have more cassava, then just double these ingredients. I mean, if you can't find white zucchinis, it's okay. You can get regular zucchinis, that's fine. But if you have a first choice, go for these. We're also going to add leek, all right? It's the big one, all right? So I'm gonna add a little bit of this to it. Green pepper. This same thing for here too. And last but not least, onion. There you go. I'm about to start crying. So the leaves have been boiling, and I'm going to add the mixture that we just diced. Okay, so the onion, all of this, and as you can see, there is still some water in there. Okay, it's not fully dry because I don't want it to be, you know, like waterless. Okay, I still want some water in there. So go the stuff we cut, the zucchini, the eggplants, all that stuff. Just gonna put it all the way in there. And you don't have to mix it, okay? We're not gonna mix this. You can just leave it like that. And we're gonna add our fish. And as you can see, I did not clean the fish, okay? I just cut it. I'm just gonna leave it there. So what's gonna start happening, all these vegetables here have water in them. And it's going to start, when it's gonna start cooking, more water is gonna form. And what I want is for my fish to steam. And then I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna clean it, remove all the bones and stuff. So don't worry, we're not gonna leave it in there like this. So we're going to close this. We're gonna let it boil for about 30 minutes on medium. Medium high, not too high. All right, so we'll do that. We'll set a timer for 30 minutes. But in between, keep checking. Make sure you have enough water in there, okay? Make sure you have enough water. Now we're going to make the mixture for our last step. We're going to start with our parsley, okay? And remember, I have 4 pounds of cassava leaves. So I have some parsley, I have 5 cloves of garlic. We already used a whole green pepper. I'm only gonna use half green pepper. We're gonna use the remaining half of the onion. I use 1 large onion. All right, I'm gonna keep that for the end. We have a green onion. I have about, what's that, 7. We're gonna put 7 of those in there. And more leeks, all right? So that's just, you know, part of that big bunch here. So more of that and our onion. We're gonna add a little bit of water because I like to add the water in there. It helps when it's mixing. So we'll just put it in our mixer and we'll use it for the final step. And there we have it. After 30 minutes on medium high, we can see our fish has steamed. So now on to our next step. I'm going to remove the fish. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna start with this one. So it's still hot, so be very careful. So now what we're going to do is separate the fish from the the flesh of the fish from the bones. So it's very hot. You can wait a little bit for it to cool down. I'm just gonna do mine now. This is what we're gonna keep. And remember, if you don't have to do it with the whole fresh fish, you know, you can use mackerel in brine, the cans, and you don't have to worry about any of that. I'm going to avoid the stomach because sometimes the stomach tends to be bitter. The good thing about mackerel, it doesn't have too many bones, so it's very convenient. That's why I recommend using this one or using the mackerel in brine, the ones in a can. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna add that fish in here. And you see there's still water in there, but I'm gonna add some more water, a little bit, not too much. And I'm gonna bring my stove back to medium high. So we're gonna let it boil while we prepare our peanut butter stew mixture. First, we're going to set our fire. We're gonna use about 2 cups of oil, all right? I just use vegetable oil. There you go. So 2 cups of oil. We're going to let it get hot a little bit. And what we will do to go along with this mixture, we're also going to use peanut butter, okay? I recommend you use organic or all natural peanut butter. The difference with the other peanut butter, like the spread ones, usually it has more things involved in it. If you go to your store next time, try to compare and you will see the difference of ingredients, okay? So I like to, because the peanut butter sometimes kind of gets stiff, and when you put it in the mixture, it can clog. So what I like to do, I like to mix it a little bit with water. So I'm going to use about 1 cup of peanut butter, okay? And you can't go wrong with putting a lot of peanut butter in here. All right. And I like to add a little bit of water to this. And then mix it up. So kind of create a little bit of soup. So when you're frying it, when you're making the mixture, it's not going to create kind of like clogs of peanut butter. So we soften our peanut butter. It's nice and soft and ready for the mixture. So now we're going to put that mixture in the oil. I like to use every little bit of everything. So I'm going to rinse this. We got to use all of it. No waste. We're not wasting anything. Press that. Wow. I'm going to put that in here. That's right, baby. We're not wasting anything. I'm going to give this a minute, and we're going to add the peanut butter. I'm going to throw in 2 hot peppers. And you can skip the hot peppers, but it does bring a nice taste to it. If you want it really hot, you can cut the peppers. You can cut it in half, and that's going to make it even like spicier. Putting it in whole doesn't really do much. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. And about, let's see, got 1 peanut butter mixture in there. And the peanut butter tends to stick at the bottom of the pan. So keep shaking it, keep moving the bottom so it doesn't stick and burn. And then you will have burnt peanut butter. That's not good. And whoop, careful here. There you go. So what I'm talking about, the peanut butter at the end of at the bottom of the pan. Yeah. So now we're just going to let this entire mixture here to marinate and create its own unique flavor. We are also going to add a little bit of ginger. Some nutmeg. There you go. It's so flavorful on its own. You really don't need to add many more seasoning to it. With this, we're gonna let it boil for 30 minutes, but in between, make sure to come and move it a little bit, because remember the peanut butter sticks at the bottom of the pan. So every 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so, come move it around, okay? You can have the Congolese chikwang in an international market or an African market. Me personally, I get it from Chicago. It is made right here in the United States. If you are in Chicago, that's where it's from. You can call at the following number. If you are anywhere within the United States, whether you are in New York or California, Alaska, you can call and have it shipped to your residence. And there you have it, guys. From my kitchen to yours. Pondu or cassava leaves made easy just for you. I love you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. And I really hope you enjoyed this dish. And don't forget to leave some comment as well. Now let's give this a try. This is so good. I can't even make it up. I can't make this up. Oh, you guys, please try this. Please try this. This is so good. This is so good. Oh yeah. When you eat this, use your God-given utensils. Okay, don't be afraid. You can do it. Oh, this is perfect. Damn, this is good. Get some fish. This is so good. I'm trying not to be eating like I've been starving for months, but I just want to like just eat everything. I'm restraining myself. I'm restraining myself here, guys, to eat this like a civilized person.